What's up, guys? I greet you and I welcome you all to this week video. This week was not a perfect week for me, but it was a disciplined week for me. I stick to my plan, I stick to my system, and like we all know, in trading, the goal is not to make profit every day, but to stay disciplined, because that is the only thing you need to last long in the game. So this week, I took two trades. One was a break even and one was a loss. So without wasting much of your time, let's just dive into the real video. But before we do that, if it's your first time coming across this YouTube channel, please do well to like and subscribe. I would really appreciate that. So let's dive into the video. So this week I took a total of two trades, and the crazy part is these two trades came on Thursday and Friday. But regardless, my first trade was on. Before that, I showed you guys a trade I was supposed to be on last week Friday on gold. That trade played out perfectly well. Let me see if I haven't cleaned that set. Okay, yeah, it's still here. So this is the trade, you can see. And last week when I showed you guys this trade, this trade was dropping. This move has already started, but you can see when market opened on Sunday, you can see how the price went up again. So I was guessing that if I was in this trade, maybe spread would have stopped me out. I don't know, because you can see how the trade came back pretty close to stop loss. So, and this is market opening on Sunday. You see the first candle that opened, this long white candle is the opening candle. So I'm expecting that if I was on this trade, this spread might have stopped me out. I don't know, but the trade played out well. After all the back and forth. Yeah, still drop, and I was not able to catch another good trade from there. I was hoping to get a trade after this supply failed. So I wanted to use this as an inducement, see if price will tap into this demand level here, just like it did. You can see here, and then pull back to take out this inducement. I was expecting a buy from here, from this candle, but it did not happen like that. It didn't happen. So there was no trade for me on gold this week. No trade. US oil was the same. Had nothing at all on US oil. I had this setup on Wednesday. But you can see how market played out. And this setup, after setting this pending order, like after 1 hour, I was like, let me just cancel this setup. My price was still here when I canceled this setup, was here, because I check my weekly analysis and I journal it that before I do anything on US oil, I would like to see one of these liquidity taken out. Even if price is not able to tap into this supply, but at least should be able to take out one of these highs. Then if I see sell intent, I will now get into the trade. So after I check that journal, I just come back and cancel this setup. So even if this trade went up to trigger this my POI and drop, I wouldn't have been on this trade. So on Thursday I spotted a setup on last 100. This was the setup. And see, like you all know, I'm very bullish on last 100, very bullish. Even though price is showing reversal pattern, You can see how price is now respecting supply, because this mitigation, if price is ready to break to create new highs, this mitigation from this demand mitigation is supposed to push price to break above this high. But seeing price come here and start respecting this supply here, pull back into demand again, push up again, and still fail to break the last supply, I know that this buy is in trouble. But then I'm bullish. So when I saw my framework, when price came back to take out all this liquidity from here, then tap into this demand level and break internal structure here, gave a clean inducement. I wanted to, and overall, I was just expecting market to at least tap into this supply, at least, even if it's not going to break above this high, at least you should tap into this supply before anything. But unfortunately, you can see where the market came, where that demand failed. Yeah, tap into it and then drop and stop me out. That was on Wednesday. Yeah, on Wednesday. On Thursday, I mean, on Thursday. So I took this loss on Thursday. Let me show you guys on my close position last 7 days. Okay, yeah, this is it. You can see it on 25th. So on this was on Thursday, and I took 1.5% risk on this trade. Reason being that you can see that this lot size is just 0.02. Reason being that if I use 0.01, it will be at something dollars, just a little bit above 0.5%. So I just took that risk. I just took that risk and risk that 1.5%, and I lost it. But I took that risk because I have extra 0.5% on what was remaining here that day. So I just decided to risk that 0.5%. So that was my first trade on Thursday. Then on Friday I took, which is yesterday, I took another trade on US 30. So this is the trade. This was a clean trade, but the truth is I had more confidence. I had more confidence on that NAS 100 trade more than this US 30 trade. Why? Because US 30, NAS 100 has a narrative. It has a buy side liquidity that has not been tapped into at all. But if you look at US 30, US 30 has taken the buy side liquidity. And this high, this is my target, is the push. That is the high that took out that sell side liquidity. But then my framework is there. Even looking at US 30 is still giving that reversal pattern. Because if you look at it, you see that price is no longer breaking structure. You can see just sweeping liquidity. You can see took out this high, a pullback, it took out this high, a pullback, took out this high, a pullback, took out this high, a pullback. So price is no longer breaking structure and then trading above that structure. Always break and then pull back, break, and then. So I already have this doubt, but this is my framework. I took this setup from 45 minutes time frame. That was where I get the order block from. You can see it. So I just took it, and you can see when price just tap into that other block, it pushed up. This trade give me more than 1:3. So I break even. Immediately this high was taken out, I break even. And my break even was at this liquidity that has been taken. So I just set my break even there, because if price wants to go up, there's no need coming back here again, because this liquidity has already been taken. It should just continue going up. And you can see the last candle, the last 1 hour candle to close the market just came, stopped me out at that break even. That was this $18. You guys saw here. See, so when I wanted to break even, I was like, let me just break even and secure 1%. But I said no. This market is still closed. Might still pull back. You know, it might still give a deep pullback and then continue. But I'm happy this market stopped me out at break even before this market closed, because sorry guys, but because if this market pulled back and was around here and this market closed, it's almost certain that I will lose money if market opens with a gap to the downside. I'm definitely going to lose money, because the spread will be too much that even this break even will not be able to hold it. So that is all. That is all that happened this week. I took two trades. One loss and one break even. And overall for the month, I've already only taken three trades, I think. Let me see. Let me see. Let me see. Yeah. Overall for the month, yeah. US oil, NAS 100 and US 30. Three trade, one win, one break even, and one loss. Next week, I think next week, this month will be ending when? Let me check. Is it on Tuesday or Wednesday? Let me see. We'll be ending on Tuesday. This month will be ending on Tuesday. So definitely, I don't think I'll be taking another trade this month. I think this will be the results for this month. But then, I'm not going to conclude until next week, Tuesday. So I'll be putting my last result on Wednesday. But if the month ends like this, it's a profitable month. And the truth is, I haven't had a profitable month for a long time. I think last 2 months was a break even. Or I was able to secure, was it 0.5%? Yeah, 0.5%. Oh, yeah. Sure, 0.5%. So, but this week I'm going to hold like 2%, I think, because my win was 1:4 risk to reward. Then I lost 1%. I lost 2.5%, right? So I'm going to have like 1.5%, even though it's up to 2R, because I was able to secure some profits with that break even. So, but let's just say 1.5% profit for the month. That is a win. If you ask me, it's a win. I haven't had that for a very long time, which I'm happy, about it. But the month has not ended yet. I might see a good setup on Tuesday, be it win or a loss. The month will still be a profitable month, So that is it for this month. If you made it this far, if you watch to this point, please do well to like and subscribe. I document my journey here. Every week I document my trading journey. Here I put it out here, and I try as much as possible to be as transparent as possible. I don't hide anything. I show you guys everything the way it is. I show you guys my account balance, everything. I show it to you guys the way it is. So if you are just seeing this channel, do well to like and subscribe, join the family. I will really appreciate that. And I'm wishing you guys a happy weekend, and a profitable week ahead. Definitely, I'm going to catch you guys next week, and I pray and hope that next week bring us good fortune, and it will be a better week for us. I'll catch you guys.